National Education Policy 2020 caters to 21st century aspiration, takes India to future, says Prime Minister Modi. Along with rest of the country, northeastern states also join Prime Minister Modi in Pariksha Pe Charcha. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar holds bilateral meeting with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in New Delhi. Meghalaya Cabinet approves State Minor Minerals Reclamation Funds Guidelines 2022. And Union Minister Anurag Thakur launches logo, mascot, anthem and jersey of the Khelo India University Games at Bengaluru. Good evening and welcome to the Northeast News. This is Joshna Borua with the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the National Education Policy 2020 caters to 21st century aspirations and has taken India to the future. Interacting with students, teachers and parents in the Pariksha Pe Charcha program in Delhi, Modi said the consultative process for the National Education Policy has been exhaustive and people across India were consulted for this. He said outdated ideas and policies from the 20th century cannot guide India's development trajectory in the 21st century. He said country has to change with the times. The Prime Minister added that technology is not a bane and it should be welcomed and used effectively. Along with the rest of the country, students from Manipur today attended the 5th edition of Pariksha Pe Charcha, an interaction with students, teachers and parents conceptualized by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh in a tweet said, Prime Minister's valuable guidance on examination-related matters will immensely help and motivate the young students who will be appearing the 10th and 12th class examination this year. In Tripura, thousands of students of Class 10 and Class 12 today attended Prime Minister Modi's Pariksha Pe Charcha program. Expressing gratitude to Prime Minister Modi for interacting with students, Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb in a tweet said, young minds must have learned many important lessons from the program and this will help them excel in life. Joining the rest of the country in the 5th edition of Pariksha Pe Charcha, the Ruzukri Government High Secondary School, Kohima, also initiated a program at its school premises to witness the interaction of Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi with students, teachers and parents, which was held at New Delhi today. Advisor School Education Kohima, K.T. Sukhalu, accompanied by Director School Education Wantungo Sopo, Chairman Nagaland Board of School Education Asano Sekose, also joined the students and witnessed the interaction.
Prime Minister Srimad Narendra Modi is, life is a race between us and our study.
First of all, I would like to thank Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is a great mission for our generation and I have learned to be more confident in my studies and we all have learned something and this interactive will lead a stress-free atmosphere during exam. Thank you so much.
Along with the rest of the country, students from Mizoram also attended the 5th edition of Pariksha Pe Charcha, an interaction with students, teachers and parents conceptualized by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A good number of students attended the program visually in the Raj Bhavan. Aizawl and in other government schools, students and teachers claimed that the program has widened their perspective on giving exams with lesser stress and many other doubts that they had. Students from Mizoram expressed their gratitude to the Prime Minister for the fruitful session with students and teachers.
Exam matundon hian kazam china chan kan exam don hian lekha kazirdan angkhan ka changlong ti ka hlawa wang khan stress kan e china chan nge ka chungten an be se aya nyamin ka ti ang ti ka hlawa wang hian stress kan e chin
exam lai hianin zir lai le no pangte hianin stress na satak hi an nei thina ma seng he hi zir ti tu te hian mo hi kan phur ve in ka sia achan chu exam na class 10 le 12 an ni te hianin that tir lu tu khi achang chuan school that na tu te ke ma ni ming that na tu te kan du thin lu tu ka wang pressure hi kan pen na sa hian ka se thina chu chu no pang ho hi no panga hian shil an ngai ka ti ka.
President Ramnath Kovind has embarked on a two-nation tour, in fact, today to Turkmenistan and Netherlands. During the first leg of the tour, the president is visiting Turkmenistan. This visit is significant as it is taking place as India marks 30 years of diplomatic relations with Turkmenistan. The visit is also happening within 2 weeks of the new president of Turkmenistan, Sardar Berdimuhamedov, assuming charge. President Ramnath Kovind will hold meetings with his counterpart, which will be followed by bilateral delegation-level talks between the two countries and signing of several MOUs. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said that India has always been in favor of resolving differences and disputes through dialogue and diplomacy. In the opening remarks at the meeting with his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in New Delhi, Dr. Jaishankar said in the meeting today they will discuss contemporary issues and concerns in detail. He said the meeting is taking place in a difficult international environment. Dr. Jaishankar said India has diversified the cooperation by expanding its agenda. He said India-Russia bilateral relations have continued to grow in many areas.
Quite apart from the pandemic, India, as you are aware, has always been in favor of resolving differences and disputes through dialogue and diplomacy.
Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani today advocated for mental health facilities to be given to children participating in television shows. Replying to supplementaries in the Lok Sabha, Irani suggested the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting should reach out to the industry at large to ensure that the industry and especially production houses that engage with children can equally benefit from the services of NIMHANS. In reply to another question, the minister said, as per the National Family Health Survey, the percentage of malnourished and severely malnourished children under 5 years of age is 19.3% and 7.7% respectively.
स्वतंत्र व्यवस्था है कि जो भी दर्शक हैं वो इस प्रकार की कंप्लेंट्स वहां पहुंचाते हैं और एक्शन होता है। एक दो विषयों पर आयोग जो स्वयं स्वतंत्र है मंत्रालय से, उन्होंने इस विषय पर कंप्लेंट्स चैनल्स तक पहुंचाई और निश्चित रूप से चैनल्स ने भी अपनी ओर से ऐसी गतिविधियों पर रोक लगाई है, क्योंकि हमने बार बार इसी सदन में मीडिया की स्वतंत्रता के संदर्भ में चर्चाएं की हैं। इसलिए सरकार का ये मत रहा है कि जो भी आज कानून की मर्यादा में इस प्रकार के आदेश अथवा एडवाइजरीज दी जाती है मीडिया को, मीडिया स्वतः अगर उस एडवाइजरी का उल्लंघन होता है तो अपनी ओर से कदम उठाते हैं। लेकिन जो एक एक विषय पर माननीय सांसद चाहते हैं कि एक्शन क्या हुआ, वो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन और ब्रॉडकास्टिंग के मर्यादा में आता है। मैं निश्चित रूप से उनसे ये जानकारी प्राप्त कर आदरणीय महोदय तक पहुंचाऊंगी।
Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma today inaugurated a digital library and a club for MLAs at the premises of Assam Legislative Assembly. Later, the Chief Minister laid foundation stone of 2 new RCC multi-storied MLA hostel buildings at the premises of State Legislative Assembly premises. In the foundation laying ceremony, Speaker of the Assam Legislative Assembly Bishwajit Doimari and Deputy Speaker Dr. Numol Momin were also present. The State Cabinet today approved the Meghalaya Minor Minerals Reclamation Fund's Guidelines 2022 today. Briefing media persons after the cabinet meeting, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma stated that the state government started reclamation funds way back in 2014 under the minor minerals following an order of the High Court. Under the guidelines, the utilization of funds will be made through a governing body headed by the concerned minister and an executive committee. In Meghalaya, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today said that the state government will not waste time and would like to carry forward the momentum by starting negotiations to resolve the remaining 6 areas of differences of the interstate boundary with Assam. Talking to reporters, Sangma said that the Government of India will redraw the borders of the 2 states after the joint survey along with the Survey of India. He said that this will happen after the second phase of the negotiations is completed on the remaining 6 areas of differences. Union Minister for Sports Affairs Anurag Thakur participated in the Khelo India University Games logo and mascot launch event in Bengaluru today. Welcoming Bengalurians to the second edition of University Games, the minister called upon the universities to contribute for sports and earn Olympic medals for the country. He also urged upon people to remember the unsung sportspersons of India who brought laurels to the country, especially before our independence.
Where are the ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಶಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಹಕಾರ ನೀಡುವಂತ ಗೋವಿಂದರಾಜ್ ಜಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಯನ್ನ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
A very good afternoon to all of you. At the very outset, I would also like to extend my heartiest wishes to the government of Karnataka and people of Karnataka, the state that is hosting the second edition of Khelo India University Games. I also extend a warm welcome to everyone present here today for the official launch of the mascot, jersey, logo and anthem of India's largest national level university games, Khelo India University Games.
In Indian Premier League cricket, Kolkata Knight Riders will take on Punjab Kings at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai at 7:30 p.m. today. Yesterday, Lucknow Super Giants defeated Chennai Super Kings by 6 wickets at Brabourne Stadium. To end the news, the main points once again. National Education Policy 2020 caters to 21st century aspirations, takes India to future, says Prime Minister Modi. Along with rest of the country, northeastern states also joined Prime Minister Modi in Pariksha Pe Charcha. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar holds bilateral meeting with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in New Delhi. Meghalaya Cabinet approves State Minor Minerals Reclamation Funds Guidelines 2022. And Union Minister Anurag Thakur launches logo, mascot, anthem and jersey of the Khelo India University Games at Bengaluru. And that's all in this bulletin. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.